Hello YouTube, Gaming Goddess here with a review on Atelier Shallie, Alchemist of the Dusk, a Japanese role-playing game on the PlayStation 3. This is the third installment to the Dusk series and the 16th Atelier game overall. So let's get into the review. Being the third installment, this game's story takes place 10 years after the events of Atelier Aisha and 6 years after the events of Atelier Eska and Logi. So we will see reoccurring characters from the previous games as well as some new faces. At the start of the game, the player is able to choose between two characters, Shalastera and Shalat, as well as the level of difficulty. Regardless of the two protagonists having different storylines and adventures, the flow of the game is the same. In this game, we are introduced to a new feature called the Life Task System, which displays the tasks the player must do at a certain point in each chapter of the game. The new Life Task System is tailored to suit different playing styles. This system also replaces the time limit feature, and in my opinion, it made the game a lot more enjoyable. In the previous Ulterior games, the time limit made the game feel super rushed, but here I can play through the game without having to worry about completing a certain task before the time is up. The alchemy system is pretty simple. The player can create an item with recipes and ingredients collected throughout the game. After a certain point in the game, the player will be allowed to use skills during alchemy. By using skills of the same element, a chain effect can happen and will affect the skills being used. Once your item is created, you are then able to pick out additional effects for the item. Now let's take a look at the map. Unlike previous Atelier games, the map in this game is much bigger. Navigation is pretty simple. We can move our character around the map with the D-pad or the analog stick. The field will change during the course of the game depending on the player's actions. There can be more items or more monsters in the area. Finally, the battle system. Like in previous Atelier games, the party can consist of 6 members. Consecutive attacks will fill a burst gauge in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Once the gauge is filled, this triggers a burst state, allowing the player to build up an effect boost to use special skills during battle. We also have our ultimate skill. When a character reaches a certain level, they will be able to use their ultimate in a fight with the monster when the certain requirements are met. Moving on to the graphics, we are given the same 3D models like in the previous Atelier games. We have CG images when events take place during the game, and we are given one animated cutscene which looks absolutely flawless in my opinion. The Atelier games have always offered such of a beautiful pastel-looking art style, and they never seem to be any flaws in their graphics, which is always a plus. Now this game isn't fully voiced, but a lot of the voice scenes all sound fantastic. The Atelier games always offer really good voice acting in their series. The music, on the other hand, is okay. There are different songs in each area, and the battle music will sometimes change, but it does get a little annoying after a while. You could play with the music off, but then you would miss out on the random burst of actual songs being sung in the game. Now let's take a look at the pros and cons. Some pros would include 2 different playable characters, a larger area to explore, the new life task feature, no time limit, beautiful visuals, a great story, and lovely voice acting. As for the cons, I'm kind of put off by the fact that only the 2 protagonists can use items and the repetitive music in the background when you're in the town. Atelier Shallie, Alchemist of the Dusk was an awesome experience for me. The game didn't feel rushed at all, and I really like how there wasn't a time limit on any of the tasks and that you could complete whatever task you wanted. This game really gives the player a variety of things to do that suits their playing style, which is just outstanding. I like how they added an animation cutscene, but after seeing the one, I really expected more. I found plenty of places where they could have added some really cool animated cutscenes, but obviously they didn't. This game is just a great addition to the series in general, and to be honest, I can't wait to see if they come out with more games like it. If you like the pastel colors, beautiful art, and a good story with simple gameplay, then the Atelier games are something you should definitely try out. Atelier Shallie, Alchemist of the Dusk gets an 8 out of 10 for me. This has been a Gaming Goddess review, and remember to keep on gaming.